Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel, and thank you so much for stopping by. Today what I have for you guys is a brand new Red Dead Online video. We have a new monthly event for the game coming up, which means this monthly event is ending. We have all of your opportunities for some pretty good bonuses, discounts, free unlockables, rewards, outfits, and more that are going to be going away soon. And if you haven't really participated in this Red Dead Online event for Christmas and New Year's, as well as just the winter and snow event here, well, a lot of these things are going to be going away, and so this video will serve as your reminder so that you can take advantage of it all before it all goes away and you basically miss out on some of those really good opportunities. So with all that said, let's jump into things. As you can see, we're here in the Moonshine Shack because we need to discuss some of the bonuses for Red Dead Online that you could take advantage of before they go away. They're really solid. The first and most important is double money and XP on all Moonshiner sales. Of course, you need the Moonshiner roll for this, but the Moonshine Shack is awesome for the reason that you could sell your Moonshine. If you sell the Berry Cobbler Moonshine, the buyer is basically going to be available every single hour for you to sell, which is really good. And while it is double money, you can make an incredible amount of money. You can actually make $453.75 just for selling 2-star Moonshine. This is my preferred recipe, whether it's on bonus or not. But say if you're not interested in selling the Moonshine, you're just interested in some like story mission type narrative content when it comes to the Moonshine roll. We actually have a storyline that is triple money and XP this month here in Red Dead Online for the Moonshiner story missions, which are Life of Shine. You get 5 different ones. You can play on 3 different difficulties. You can play solo or with friends. They're honestly really fun, and you can make about $100 if you spend about 12 minutes or so on this activity, guaranteeing you that optimal rate of 32 gold nuggets for 12 minutes spent on any mission that pays gold, plus about that $100 that you can make for playing on Ruthless difficulty here as well. Now, in addition to that, you still have an opportunity to take advantage of double gold, money, and XP on Holiday Call to Arms this month in Red Dead Online. You have the 3 new Holiday Call to Arms maps, Valentine Auction Yard, the Manor, and Caliga Hall, plus all of the other ones from 2021 and 2022 with Christmas Call to Arms as well. This is pretty good if you want to farm gold. Just keep farming the 20 gold nuggets that you get per round, because you normally get 10 gold nuggets per round completed or wave completed in Call to Arms. Then basically restart at wave 5 and keep farming gold. That way you can take advantage of the lower levels and farm gold super fast and easy. But not only that, if you head on over to the pause menu and look out for the stranger mission icons, we have some amazing triple money opportunities as well. We have triple money and XP on all stranger missions here in this game, so look for these stranger icons that you can see with the little default person icon waving, or look for the blood money icons because these are also strangers, but you have the option of doing either blood money missions or stranger missions, or what Rockstar calls free roam missions. Look out for the free roam missions. Triple money and XP on these is really good. You're actually going to be making between like $40 to $60 for some of these stranger missions, which is absolutely fantastic for just spending like 10 to 12 minutes on them. I know a lot of people feel like they don't want to do the stranger missions and free roam missions because they think they're boring, but you can make some solid money this month. And then of course the last opportunity for bonuses is going to be your double money and XP on all the featured series game modes by heading to the quick join menu and checking out featured series, because you could get that double money and double XP here. We don't have gold this month, making it a little bit unfortunate because usually we have a double gold or triple gold month, but as it stands right now, it's just money and XP through featured series. With the January event that's going to be starting on Tuesday, we may actually have something else here to take advantage of and look forward to. But moving on to the discounts that we have here in Red Dead Online, we're back in the Moonshine Shack because you can take advantage of 10 gold bars off the Moonshine roll, bringing the total cost down from 25 gold bars all the way down to 15, which is fantastic for players looking for a really good business to make some money here in Red Dead Online. In addition to that, you do get 40% off all novice, promising, and established rank Moonshiner roll items, some of which you can find here in the business upgrades like the condenser and the polished copper upgrades for your Moonshine Shack, which is going to increase your production times or decrease the time it takes to produce Moonshine, give you some more money, help out your business. But in addition to that, you get all the other upgrades for 40% off. So some of these awesome things, you get all the different horses, you get different outfits, you get the material satchel upgrade, which is fantastic, you get protection, which is going to reduce your risk of attacks while delivering your Moonshine. You're going to get a bunch of other different things here, like your master distiller, which is very important. This reduces the time taken to create a batch of Moonshine. Definitely something to look out for right there. That comes in the Moonshine ranks. Like I said, the polished copper upgrades, you get different weapon upgrades and weapon holster upgrades, cosmetics, haircuts, the band expansion, which is good for some daily challenges. You get your ingredient satchel upgrade, which is also fantastic. That's going to allow you to store more items in your ingredients pouch. Overall, the Moonshine roll and all the Moonshine upgrades are absolutely fantastic in Red Dead Online, and you need to take advantage of them. At the Gunsmith, this is probably my favorite opportunity for players this month. If you have not checked it out, you can get 30% off all repeaters in the game. So this includes that carbine repeater. This also includes the Lancaster, the Evans, as well as the Litchfield repeater. Just kind of breaking down these weapons really fast if you kind of want to know some extra additional information and stuff, and maybe which ones are good to pick up in Red Dead Online for this event month. Well, when it comes to the Lancaster, this is definitely going to be everyone's clear favorite here. This is my favorite repeater in the game. It's available at level 12, and it strikes the perfect balance in all the key areas like ammo capacity, fire rate, reload speed, range, and damage, and that superior accuracy makes it worthwhile to use in my opinion. The Evans is probably going to be everyone else's favorite choice, or probably people's favorite second choice, at least according to polls I've done here on the channel. It does hold 26 rounds, which is almost double that of the Lancaster repeater, but it is slightly less accurate and has a slightly lower fire rate, so that is why the Lancaster I would say is a little bit better, because of course 26 rounds of ammo in your weapon is pretty solid, but of course the Lancaster is going to be everyone's favorite. Then of course the Carbine is just the standard run-of-the-mill repeater. It's the first gun available to players after the prologue, and despite its accessibility, you do get a decent reload speed thanks to the tube-style mechanism for reloading, but you do only get 7 rounds, so it has a low ammo capacity. And then if you're curious about picking up the Litchfield, here's something you should know. This offers the highest damage available out of all repeaters in the game, but you're really going to struggle with accuracy, especially when you fire rapidly with this weapon. So paint it black with this is advised, and of course this is probably going to deter some newer players and lower level players in the game. But that damage output that the Litchfield offers is very, very impressive here. At the stables, we have 3 really good discounts I think you and other players will really appreciate here. So starting off, let's check out the horses first. We do actually have an opportunity for 30% off all Breton horses as well as Norfolk Roadster horses. The Bretons belong to the Bounty Hunter role, as you can see here. They're pretty solid. And then the Norfolk Roadsters belong to the Moonshine role. So you're going to need to obtain those roles so that you can unlock these horses if you want them. These are some really great horses in the game. Definitely recommend players pick up the Norfolk Roadster if they want the absolute fastest horse in the game. Not that there's a huge difference between the absolute fastest and the absolute slowest horse in the game, especially if you're running all the way across the map. We do have another discount to talk about that's a little bit more important than the horse itself, but the Norfolk Roadster, in terms of just complete raw speed, if we're just looking at that stat, that is the ultimate fastest horse, even faster than something like the Arabian, which is probably going to surprise a lot of players if you aren't familiar with it. But both of these are pretty solid pickups. But more importantly than the horses is the discount for 30% off all saddles in the game. And this is a really good one here because there's a bunch of really good saddles you can get. Optimally, if you want the quote-unquote best just individual saddle, the Upland's probably going to be the way to go, just because of the fact if you look at the stat talent here, you get a prevention of 65% against your horse's stamina drain rate, which is very, very important here because that's going to prevent you from running out of stamina. You know, you don't need to give it tonics or anything like that. The unfortunate thing is you can't improve this saddle, meaning you can't actually upgrade the stirrups on it, and that is why I always recommend, and a lot of other people will recommend, the Nacogdoches saddle, because it doesn't give you as much prevention against stamina drain as something like the Upland saddle. It only gives you 35%, but when you add the hooded stirrups to it, you get an additional 50%, giving you in total 85% prevention against stamina drain. So that's really good right there. But if you're looking just for some other really good looking saddles, because I would say both the Upland and the Nacogdoches don't look the best in terms of aesthetics, the McKinney saddle is really good. This is probably my favorite saddle in the game. It's for the collector role, looks amazing. And then also check out the special saddles. Some of my favorites for the special saddles are going to be the Beaver roping saddle, because look at the stat talents there, really, really good. In addition to that, the Boar Mother Hubbard, solid. But the only unfortunate thing about these special saddles is kind of the same thing here. You can't upgrade the stirrups, so definitely keep that in mind. At the fence, we also have some solid opportunities for players this month, and this comes in the way of 30% off all ammo pamphlets that you can get from the fence. So head over to the documents section. I would recommend you pick up all the ammunition upgrade pamphlets here at the fence for all the different types of weapon classes, because of course this just affects standard ammo. This doesn't affect split point, high velocity, express, or of course explosive ammo, because that would be extremely unbalanced. But if you need some more standard ammo to help you out in Call to Arms, well, these pamphlets are going to be pretty good for you. But in addition to that, you get everything else that's really nice, like tracking arrow pamphlets, express explosive ammo. Highly recommend you pick that up to craft that. Same with incendiary buckshot and explosive slugs. Small game arrows can be pretty important. This pamphlet is really good for players out there, like newer players and beginner players who want special XP for using different special ammunition here in game, and they don't want to rely on high velocity or express because they're under leveled. Unfortunately, split point ammo itself is bugged and it doesn't really help with accuracy at all, but of course you do get that additional XP for getting every single kill, so that's why I recommend it. Then you have all the other classic ones: dynamite arrows, fire bottles, poison arrows, poison throwing knives, and then even things like volatile dynamite, volatile fire bottle pamphlets, as well as toxic moonshine as well, if you guys want to pick those up. When it comes to the general store in Red Dead Online, we do have some good opportunities for players who are looking to pick up some clothing, but unfortunately, as you guys know, or may not know, clothing is completely cosmetic in this game. But what you can take advantage of is 40% off all skirts in the game if you're a female character, 40% off all shirts for male and females, 40% off all chaps, as well as pants. So that's pretty cool. You can check these guys out. You get a bunch of different options. Unfortunately, there's not too much limited stock clothing to take advantage of in Red Dead Online for this monthly event, but all this stuff is here at the general store if you want it. You can take advantage of 40% off all Crips outfits, as well as 40% off all camp dogs like the American Foxhound, Chesapeake Bay Retriever, and the Labrador. You can't take advantage of the Huskies or Australian Shepherds because the Huskies, for example, are outlaw pass items, so unfortunately you can't really get those right through Wilderness Outfitters if you do not play the game during that time. But Crips outfits are also just cosmetic here. You don't really have to worry too much about these, and they also don't have too many of the others on. Like, for some reason these aren't actually on discount. I'm not sure why. Perhaps they were gold bar purchases, but as you can see right here, the rest are on discount as well. And with that said, those are basically all the reminders I have to tell you guys about Red Dead Online's event month when it comes to our bonuses and discounts that you could take advantage of. We also have some other free outfits and unlockables and free rewards that you could take advantage of, but I will have to refer you guys to my previous videos to check those out. If you want to check out the 2 free outfits that are going to be going away, you could just claim all those clothing items through the catalog if you're interested, just as like a quick roundup right there. With all that being said, thank you all so much for watching. I will have new information on the January and winter event coming up to Red Dead Online next here on the channel tomorrow. We usually get that information on Monday about 12 hours or so early before the monthly update goes live, so I will make sure to inform you guys with a brand new video when we do get that intel from Rockstar. But with all that said, thank you all so much for watching. Hopefully you guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you guys in the next Red Dead Online video. Adios, amigos.